Welcome back to our last video in the Working with Files module, and we're going to talk about loading with JSON. So this is nearly the most simple to use. So first of all, using save. So now we need to note with the save function on JSON files, we can only save key tables if you're running KDB 4.0. So I'm not sure what I'm running. Let me check. That's uppercase K. So this is our inbuilt function to check our version. So I'm on a version lower. So this will not work, and that's why we get this error. But if you're on a later version, you will get this. Okay. And then you'll see here when the table is unkeyed. So I've done my unkeying. Remember, we learned this in our tables module. So you can head back there again if this syntax doesn't make sense to you. And I was able to save that fine. So if I go back up here, I'll now have this JSON file, and you'll see it saves the numeric ones as numbers here, and then the text ones within this string quote here. So have a go with this exercise, creating a new table, this name, and then once you've created the table, save the tables as JSON file. So very straightforward. And then we're going to get you to load back in from JSON. So the reason why this is easier is because the JSON file can tell the difference between your textual data and numeric data. So it's either going to be here a string or either a textual data or a number. So when we just use the load keyword on the file and say we didn't have our summary table in memory, it would save that down brand new, and if it is, it will overwrite the summary we had before. So if we check out, remember we did, let's just put this above. So we're going to do summary, and we'll do meta on summary. So before we loaded summary, so remember we had sim, num, and price, and we had a symbol, long, and a float. And if we load in this, you'll see we've lost that we have a symbol, but it's guessed that it's a string. And then it's just able to say we've got two numbers here. So they're both floats. So when you load in a JSON file, you'll need to then convert your characters to either, or leave them as a character, or either convert them to a symbol. And then for your the floats that have been loaded in, you might make them integers, reals, longs, or floats, depending on your amount of decimal points here that you have. Okay, so you might run something like the update command. So remember the casting from our casting module, we use the $ to do this, and we can update that in the same line using backtick here. And now we have our table as it looked before. So there's a short exercise here, just going through that with the table you created in the previous exercise. And that's it for JSON. Very straightforward, very similar, and just easier than CSV, using that load keyword. Again, I would recommend you check out the developer tool and at least check out the course on the Academy, because you'll see where I showed you could load in the CSV files. You can also load in the JSON files and save them down as well, which makes things a lot easier on you. Okay, so that's it for our Working with Files module. So we went through the key command, hsim, and sv, which is our scalar from vector. So seeing how we could use those three things to create our file paths. Then we looked at saving and loading data, and in particular it was KDB data we were looking at, and then we looked at our text file, CSV file, and JSON file as well. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this module. I'm going to just navigate you as usual to our exercises file up here, where you've got loads more exercises. You've got just an initialization cell at the top here that's required for the subsequent exercises. So we've got some nice fleshed out exercises for you to try to further enhance your knowledge around working with files. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this module, and thank you very much for joining, and hopefully I'll see you in another module very soon.